Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane, the one and only master of propaganda who loves like defender of the fatherland. Off here to a 1v1 on Pachino Stalemate. In the northwest, we have Kamfrenchie, the Frenchiest, fighting here for the Deutsches Armee called the German army, setting out here with the 15th Panzergrenadier under the dark of night, assaulting British lines. As water here with the 53rd Infantry Division is camping out for the night here beneath the beautiful Italian stars. We got straight the Australian Defence Battle Group with an Australian squad here, or section, versus double Panzerpion in the bike here for Kamfrenchie. So, after the races here, as always, big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for continued generous and absolutely delightful support of the Propagandacast, and a big hearty thanks to keep commenting and liking on my videos. Triple Panzer Pioneer study from Kamfrenchie is definitely an intriguing opening here from our French friend, with a bike on the way there as well still, obviously. So, Australian sections here keep pouring out into the battlefield here for water. And the British Empire there. Panzerpion rushing straight for the fuel pump, could of course consider laying down some sandbags here. An interesting opening, does in theory provide him with some infantry presence, but obviously not quite on the level of the Panzergrenadiers, but does offer a bit more utility. And of course most DAK players don't consider their Panzergrenadiers to be particularly great at the moment, so I guess it kind of evens out. Does mean he will be lacking in snares, but he arguably could compensate by just laying down a lot of mines, and plus he's going to be able to repair his vehicles quite well. It does also beg the question though, what is exciting to do with this though overall? So, a lot of questions here, a lot of questions. Also worth noting here is Waters capping. He's not focused on grabbing the points right next to his base. He's just moving straight ahead to the more, forward points here. Kamfrenchie with the 250 half-track, the lighter Schützenpanzerwagen. Panzer Pioneer there, busy. Bike busy up north. And we might see the first engagement here by the Southern Masons Point. 3rd Australian section out. There you go. Panzer Pioneer versus the Aussies. Panzer Pioneer falling back there as Sergeant Bruce orders the rest of the Bruces to open fire. Panzer Pioneer heading northwards. Looks like to link up with the Northern force here. And there you go. 2nd Australian section encounter. Of course, at this point, Kamfrenchie will be under no illusion as to what he's up against. Australians. 250 after they're arriving.
Proximity alarm near our munitions point.
And we got the second command post here for Water now. 250 rushing in here, taking a few shots there. That said, of course, Water's Australian sections do lack snares. Panzerpion moving up here, hopping into the half-track, thumbs up. Nipos, for those wondering, how do you do that without them trying to immediately repair? You do that by holding down Control, and then you order it in. Or was it Alt? I think it was Control, though, basically. You hold that down key, and then you can, order them to jump into the vehicle, even if, they can't repair it. It's basically an override that way. So, threatening the fuel pump there, go half-track rushing in. And imagine we're looking at flamethrowers here, that for the Panzerpionier at the half-track. Very much expected, but also a very sensible choice here. Flamming up, more Panzerpionier arriving. Heavy firing around the fuel point here. Sappers, Australians opening up with the 250 half-track. Armour giving away there to British munitions. Panzerpionier taking a lot of damage to the Sappers up close here. Australians screaming as they're on fire. Good lord, we're on the Barbie, mate. And there you go, Sappers being utterly incinerated now, and they just can't really come up with nearly as good a joke about it. Back at base here, not much further there for Water as of yet. Might be seeing some section from their tank rifles. Kamfrenchie's yet to pick a battle group. 250 half-pack, veterans are on already. Right there for him. Back here, Panzerpionier at the ready, light support company up. We'll have to, of course, what he decides on from there. Looks to be some assault grenadiers. Nice pick, in particular for the centre of Pachino. Obviously a bit more urban terrain where MP40s will be a nice, excellent pick. We'll need to fix up that lighter Schützenpanzerwagen here. 250 half-track. By the way, they even got the tactical, I think, signs right there. Oh, it did, actually. I think that's the tactical designation for a heavy weapons unit they got there on the front. Fun fact there. Specifically, might be one for either machine guns or some kind of light towed artillery. So there's a little fun fact there. I mean, 250 optics might be used for that as well. But they actually, at least it put some evidence, finding up some of these various tactical designations, markings the Germans that use there. You can actually see them now, of course. Now we can able to turn off the decals on the vehicles at least. Vikings, the Australians there, pushing for the fuel point here. Sturmgrenadier ready with MP40s. And we got the platoon section up here for Water. Might see it to Humber. Might see a Stewart. Will have to, of course, what he goes for. Might see it from Kamfrenchie. Excellent work there. There we go. Moving up through the alleyway here to flank the Australians. But there we go. Waters spots it narrowly and gets out of the way before the MP40 Grenadiers cut down his men there. We got the Lee Enfield scopes up there. Hunter Pioneer versus the Sappers. And we got the Humber there for water. And we got Panzerjägers for Kamfrenchie. Obviously anticipating he's going to get hit by a Humber, or at least some stewards here. Having some Panzerjägers to deal with that would obviously be very good. But we can see water here and the 53rd Infantry Division are being slowly pushed back here by German Panzer Grenadier, or Panzer Pioneer here mostly. Back here, Panzerjäger's almost done. By their self-repairing. A victory point up north being seized. Aggressive play by Kamfrenchie, but as a DAK, you definitely want to play aggressively in my book. And there you go, Panzer being spotted, Humber moving in. Assault guns in the fire here. Panzerjäger squad ready. I imagine he's going to like race the half-track back to pick them up to get to the front line a bit easier, just hunt down the Humber. Or to cannon crack your machine and they're blazing away at suspected German positions. Kamfrenchie still without a battle group. Mention one what he's planning, but my guess is probably armored support. Another Panzerjäger group called in now. Could still be Italian infantry, but like battlefield espionage, but then again, we'll have to see. There's so many, like, you know, opportunities. Oh, Humber hits the mine in front of the Panzerjägers, and Waters' Humber is no more. The turret sent briefly into the atmosphere before coming down. North here, bike beating the Aussies, guarding them there in the northern fields. So, bit rough here for Water and the British forces. Having some issues there with the Germans, who are proving to be rather perniciously dug in and prepared. And there you go, we do get armored support, and he actually goes straight here for the salvage ability. Probably because he wants to, like, you know, salvage that Humber for a bit of fuel. Of course, he could have theoretically, like, you know, gone for espionage and tried to, like, you know, use it for weapons. Like, you know, maybe a bazooka for his Panzerjägers, or I don't know, some assault rifles or submachine guns, the big ones for the assault grenadiers, you know, some other thing for the Panzer Pioneer. But in this case, he does go for the more conventional armored support here. Fast support elements on the way there. RCC in trouble. Waters definitely struggling here for now. We got more Australians out there. We also have the 2-pounder gun unlocked. Yes. So more Australian troops being committed, fuel upon them into neutral. At the same time, trying to flank around, but encounters a significant German force here. And the sappers go down, leaving Water with just the Australian troops at this point. That could definitely get a bit ugly. Meanwhile, we can see here, we got combat half-tracks and Kamfrenchie committed to a mortar half-track, providing his men with nice, convenient mobile artillery support here. Hunter Pioneer versus the Australians. Ooh, Mimanov there. Imagine though that was Kamfrenchie's man, not Waters. Got the fuel point back, but Water is definitely experiencing some pretty fierce resistance here. Black feeling for Kamfrenchie. Hardly would say sure, but at the same time, there's a part of me is thinking like Kamfrenchie's like so far ahead, you know, I feel like in such a dominating, not dominating, but strong position. It might actually make sense if a Kamfrenchie just push for the Panzerarmee Commando and like try and like rush out a fast Panzer III here, rather than going for the flak feeling at the moment. Just me though. I like my Panzer IIIs as well, but oh well. Got the 2-pounder gun out here for Water. Let's see if we're going to give, yeah, good shot there in the 250 half-track. So it's going to help there obviously a lot versus the flak feeling, if you can catch it with it. Yeah, Kamfrenchie really putting up the pressure here. Got the flak feeling out here so far. Very strong situation for Kamfrenchie. And he has salvage, have even got mines down here as well. Very good. Smoke deployed here. You might wonder, why is Kamfrenchie deploying smoke here? Basically, from how oh, he actually popped the smoke grenade here, but basically it forces the Australians and troops here to, like, you know, get closer if they want to shoot them. And of course, they could move in to contest it, but at the same time, that still means Kamfrenchie is denying the fuel point to his opponents. So there's a few elements here. Part of it, again, is just like it forces him to have to, like, basically get closer here. See, the assault gunners want to shoot at them or go for a very long way around. In this case, also force into the flamethrower range here. He could also deploy more to have a smoke there as well if he wanted to, but oh well. South side here, Kamfrenchie opening up with the second front here, even as the fuel point here is becoming awfully hot and dense for the Australians. Ambulance weather for Kamfrenchie. Panzerjäger's moving up, mortar half-track bombarding. Yeah, really tough spot to be in for the British player at the moment. Really tough spot. Not getting it easy. Australian troops are taking hits. Panzer Pioneer holding up the church, but they are getting themselves getting bled out. They're taking immense amounts of damage. Got the cutoff point with the back. Back at Walter's base. Not a lot going on there. Fuel remains a massive headache for him. And we got the second mortar half upgrade as well in a few moments here for him. Yes, double mortar half track. That's going to be a bit more dangerous here for Walter. It's going to really require him to have to, like, get going fast. Meanwhile, Kamfrenchie's going for the cutoff points as well there. So, really applying some hurt here. Second 2-pounder gun. I think at this point, though, Walter needs to, like, attack Kamfrenchie from another angle because he's just constantly attacking from here. Like, he needs to try and surprise Kamfrenchie. Because, again, most of his guns, most of the attention is here, so he sort of tries to catch Kamfrenchie in the spot where his attention isn't. It might throw off his concentration and his focus a bit and might cause Kamfrenchie to make mistakes, which then Walter can exploit. But so far, Walter remains himself very focused on the same spot that Kamfrenchie's focused, so not ideal, but we'll see. But there we go. Overall, it does appear like he's trying to at least push around here finally, instead of like just going head-on. He's trying to circle around here, at least for the south, against Kamfrenchie and the 15th Panzer Grenadier Division. Kamfrenchie could also soon start taking up here. So there you go. 53rd Infantry Division finally moving in here. Of course, the 2-pounder gun approach is going to encounter some issues with the mortar half-tracks here, so obviously not risk-free. Training. There we go. 2-pounder gun scores a great hit on the flak feeling force. Wait, second hit there. Flank up for the south. Kamfrenchie here, though, seems unprepared for potential anti-tank gun push here, though. That said, Walter is much to his luck not doing that. It's up north by Graham, the fuel point right outside of Walter's base, but he is making progress in the south. Of course, he has left his cut-off exposed, and Kamfrenchie could seize upon that. Got the supply run there lined up. Walter remains, well, in hot water, really. Thankfully, though, again, Kamfrenchie is not looking to exploit this with, say, fast armor. And again, part of me really feels like he'd been better off if he just pushed for the Panther. I mean, sure, the flak filling is good, but imagine what tanks could be doing now. Not much in terms of battle for Kamfrenchie, but he got the fuel pump running neutral again. Mortar after keep firing away there. Still exposed here, though. That is an opportunity, I think, there for Walter to exploit. He wants to. I feel like he's getting it slowly. You can sort of see like he's beginning to move one anti-tank towards there, so like if he were to move both in, but that would mean, of course, he'd be exposed to the aircraft half-tank elsewhere, so I can't understand why he wouldn't commit both, but at least getting one there could add some uncomfortable pressure to Kamfrenchie. Still, very good. Slow response here by Walter, like he's, realizing what he needs to be doing, and he's doing it. MD-34 for Kamfrenchie, who's not taking up. I feel like this is definitely Kamfrenchie making a bit of a mistake now. Another great shot here. Kamfrenchie really should be taking up. I think going for the MD-34 right now is a mistake there by Kamfrenchie, if anything. Also not doing more with his battle group. Panzer Pioneer on the fuel point. Walter's just going to push for stewards. Probably just feels like he needs something to, pressure in now. And considering what Kamfrenchie's doing, it's actually not a bad choice. Because, again, it's not pushing for tanks. So, this is, I think, going to be right. Of course, if Kamfrenchie was pushing for tanks, going to go for stewards right now, I think, would be risky. Then again, admittedly, Walter doesn't have, a lot of great choices. So, it's tough to fault for him, even going for stewards now. But I'd certainly be agreeing with it less. Of course, I can only say this because, I'm observing this match from a more detached viewpoint. Got, a bigger picture of the entire battlefield. But from Kamfrenchie's side, again, I do think he's making a mistake. I don't think there's much reason to go both for the flak filling and the MD-34 when he's so far ahead and is controlling the resources so heavily. He should be pushing for the Panzer Army Commander and then, get out of Panther 3, I'm not saying you should go straight from themselves and trying to have something big like that, but, just getting a Panzer III out faster, I think, would put Kamfrenchie in a much more solid position and make it much harder here for Walter to stage, any comeback. MD-34, they're being hammered here with the Stuart. We've got the anti-tanks lining up. Australian sections flying away, their buildings crumbling, bricks going away here. But also, of course, again, threatening the Stuarts around. You can see that he has withdrawn the more tactics a bit more this time around. Kamfrenchie realizing he left the entire southern flank here wide open. And there you go, finally. Kamfrenchie goes for the Panzer A Commando. You also got the water heading northwards again on this, on the far eastern end.
Our capture point is being neutralized by the enemy.
And Kamfrenchie's not doing a lot there either. So Kamfrenchie's definitely getting very defensive as to DAK, which is always a bit risky. Yeah, Panzerjäger's there with an MD-34. Flying from up top there. There you go. Water extending more forces. They also finally going for some sappers. We also got the vehicle repair. Ability selected. Clearly not going to go for an archer anytime soon. Panzer A Commando down for Kamfrenchie. So what will Water do next? More Stuarts? Tag up? Hard to say. And there you go. Panzer 3 for Kamfrenchie. We got Panzer Storm selected. Stuart here finding us the Panzer Pioneer. Panzerjäger's moving in, hauling in their anti-tank rifles. Western point makes use of the Panzer Pioneer. Finally, Kamfrenchie extending southwards just as Water's doing the same up north. Flak finally being dispatched in. Water, meanwhile, slightly falling back in the south. We got smoke being deployed here. I think that's from the Stuart rather than Kamfrenchie. That could be wrong. Panzer 3 right around the corner. MD-34 setting up here. A lot of mortar fire here. Assault grenades with flak filling support. Assaulting here Water's northern flank, pushing it back. And there you go. Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L ready here for Kamfrenchie. The south 2 pounder guns being pushed back as the Panzerjägers pull forwards. We do have a few Australians ready to give them a good old-fashioned Australian greeting. North here, flak filling continues to rip through here Water's northern forces. Going for the company command post, and of course, even if he can't get on any tanks right away, he could go for some foot guards, which I think would help out immensely. Kamfrenchie's Panzer 3, though, is just hanging back here. Not really doing anything.
The enemy has 250 points.
I think that's a bit of a mistake. I think that is a wee bit of a mistake. But there you go, finally got it going here, further south. Panzer Pioneer moving in. Australian section moving up, not an assault section. Apparently otherwise. Kamfrenchie's got Panzerjägers all watching over the fuel point. South City of Punch being met here with Australians and sappers. Quickly forced back here. Kamfrenchie definitely makes the right decision there. Could soon go for another Panzer 3, though of course he could be tempted now to go for armoured reserves. As for Water's company command post is done. And again, some foot guards here I think are a likely choice here, but he could easily prove me wrong.
Enemy forces standing at 200 points and
2 pounder gun scores a good hit on the Panzer 3. Second shot bounces. Diving back with the Panzer 3 of course to avoid further fire. Right choice here, more tactics spotted. Flak feeling they're covering their flank a bit.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
Water is definitely sort of clawing his way back into this match. Half track of actually 2 Stuart trying to hit, but just can't seem to damn well hit. Panzer 3 moving in to respond to this British incursion. Though by the time it gets moving, it is too late. And in fact, can't expose his flank here to any potential 2 pounder guns or Stuarts around here. Grants for Water, so. Water's definitely betting big here. Like, he's definitely not going to be within range of grants anytime soon, but at the same time, clearly wants to go for grants as his first tank. I would still suggest some foot guards, but honestly, trying to just go for grants right away might actually be a pretty solid idea here. I know most players would actually go for Matildas, and up to an extent they obviously do well too, but the grant just packs more firepower. Even if it isn't as tanky as the Matilda 2. As for Kamfrenchie, another push on the fuel point, still not much sign there in terms of his battle group or much else there.
We have surplus command points that await allocation.
165 to 420. Kamfrenchie continues to lead him masonry versus Water. 2 pounder gun on the flank of the Panzer 3. Stuart's being forced back. Panzerjägers pulling forward to the Panzerbüchse. And there you go, 2-pounder gun there being flamed. Got mortar fire as well there. One of Water's 2-pounder guns has been expunged, and just the other 2-pounder gun hauling out of there. With Bruce, they're just sort of sitting along as the other's just hauling him. Pull faster, mate! Pull faster! That's just one guy. It's like just the other guy still sitting there. Lost the MU-34. That's definitely helpful for Water. Going for the grunt, but both those 2-pounder guns have now been wiped out. Kamfrenchie going for another Panther 3. Thumbs up. He lost his assault grenadiers though, so not all smooth sailing here for Kamfrenchie, but he's still in a pretty good spot here. That's definitely terrible there for Water losing his antennas. He does recruit the 2-pounder gun here, gets a good shot on the mortar half-track, but gonna get overrun by those Panzer Pionier pretty soon. Grant almost ready here. And there you go, flak filling on the scene. Panther 3 number 2 ready. Grant almost ready here for Water. 2-pounder gun expunged again here by the Panther 3. Maybe that was the crew they're getting wiped while retreating. Either way, it is now Kamfrenchie's turn to walk off with a 2-pounder gun. And there you go, Panther 3 going to the base here. Kamfrenchie is confident. He can almost taste victory. Instead, all he's going to taste is Grant. And there you go. Water on the move now. One shot bounce, I think that's from the 37mm gun. And there you go, doing immense damage to the Panther 3 here with his 2 guns. Well, once the smaller one occasionally penetrates. Smoke deployed there. Trying to save the Panther 3, but it may not be enough here to escape the Grant. There we go, Grant got the Panther 3. Definitely painful there for Kamfrenchie. And certainly highlights a bit of a flaw in his build, or weakness in his force. He just lacks any, like, you know, more heavy anti-tank firepower there. Which means he's a bit vulnerable to the Grant. And again, the Grant just packs a lot of firepower. Like, it's certainly much more suited here for Water's staging a combat. Again, just for all that firepower, he's just going to blast through Kamfrenchie's launchers. The Matilda, I'll say not so popular in some regards, just doesn't pack that same degree of raw firepower. Machine gun wiped out here. So Kamfrenchie right now is going to need, like, you know, a lot of anti-tank firepower. Pack 38s might be his best bet here. Certainly not the 2-pounder gun. Panzerjäger is certainly also going to struggle against the Grant tank here. And of course, now imagine Water's just going to try and go for another Grant as soon as possible. I'd still recommend some foot guards, but well, in the south here, back spotted by the Australians. Black filling a Ching Vechi 2 up north here, ripping through Aussie troops as well there. South Bike almost got taken down there. Grant pulling back for repairs. Obviously, Water here is not going to try and throw away his Grant as soon as possible.
We have lost control of a victory point.
And another Panther 3 for Kamfrenchie. I mean, you can coordinate them together versus the Grant. They have a chance, and that's probably also as big a mistake. They're like, you know, just not having them work together. But that said, there's obviously this sort of consideration that maybe he like just wants something with a slightly bigger gun for taking on this. Back of base reinforcements feeling there for Kamfrenchie. Of course, he's also got plenty of munitions. In fact, he still hasn't gone for the loiter. He hasn't laid down a lot of mines. That's arguably also, I think, one of the mistakes here Kamfrenchie probably has committed so far. It's just, you know, not much more of the battle group, no mines in large numbers. Definitely something I think Kamfrenchie could stand to work a wee bit on here. And there we go, Water with their second Grant. And of course, just had, like, you know, another problem here for Kamfrenchie is that Water can over-repair the Grant, so they become even tougher. That, of course, means any engagement with the Panther 3 is going to be even worse for the Panther 3. On top, of course, just having 2 guns, which really just means he can't, like, engage any Grants with a single Panther 3. You have the 2-pounder gun on the flank, but it's going to hit with a creeping barrage. And there you go, Grant's almost got the Panther 3 here. Panzerjäger's moving in, need to fire that white phosphorus round here, or tear gas rounds. There we go, narrowly saving his Panther 3 there. Really close call there for Kamfrenchie. Grant quick withdraws here from that battle, unsurprisingly. 2-pounder gun wiped out. Need to fix. Okay, he's apparently not going to fix it. He's just going to push in his now Vechi 2 M3 Grant tank. Second Pantry ready for Kamfrenchie. Got the Pak 38 now for Kamfrenchie. Of course, another option entirely would have been the Flak 36. Of course, we should have mentioned that sooner. That could have been really good, Mr. Grant. Still would be. Got the Lloyd called in, finally going a bit more with his battle group. Getting hard with those Grants. Almost got it there. Kamfrenchie damaging his Pantry. Of course, need to be careful there's not another Grant nearby, and this could be Kamfrenchie making another mistake. And there goes straight into the Grant. Oh dear, he's not withdrawing his... Oh dear. Okay, got lucky there, at least the third the gun shot bounced. Moving up the Pak 38, pulling back the Panther 3. And of course, thanks to the light at least, Waters Grant won't pursue here. 96 is 1 and 9. Here we got armored vehicle training there for Waters tanks. That is obviously an excellent addition to only make the Grants even better here, and of course make Kamfrenchie's misery even greater as well. Pak 38 based on the south side here. We got veteran gunners, and we got the Flam Panzer 3 now selected. Pak crew there hiding out here.
The victory point is being taken from us.
Australian reinforcing healing. Got that to ace level. Thumbs up.
Victory point lost. My crew has secured the location.
Got the southern victory point here. We're repairing his Grant as well. Very good. Unless, of course, you come French, in which case, repaired Grants is probably one of those sentences in the English language you really don't want to hear. Panzer serves the Grant. There we go, buttoning fire, but it's not quite working out there. Two gas rounds all the way, not quite working out. We do get a Panther flanking in here, but there's still the Grant being repaired, so it can certainly absorb the hits a bit better. And we got the Betty 2 Grant on the move as well. Yep, we're crewing the 2-pounder gun. Kamfrenchie just bringing all the guns he can at this point. I would still recommend, you know, maybe a Flak 36 at the stage, or again, like, you know, something else. We'll see though. Australians rushing southwards here. 2-pounder gun pulling the wrong direction. Australians flanking it. Panther Feast with 2 Grants. Not a great engagement here for Kamfrenchie at all. 2-pounder gun crew expires immediately. In the south here, Australian troops clearing up. Got the Pak 38. Situation for Kamfrenchie is collapsing now at this point. The Grants are just... Oh, and they got the Panther Fee here. Kamfrenchie is being decimated. Panzerjäger's Flak feeling in trouble here. Water is swinging back hard, and of course he's going for a 3rd Grant now. What will Kamfrenchie do now as the situation is rapidly deteriorating here, crumbling like sand in his hands? Sifting away there. 2nd Grant there, Betty 2 as well now. Quick getting that Panther 3 fixed up, but what will Kamfrenchie do now? Because the Grants, of course, are only going to get more numerous, and he's just, you know, lacking the raw firepower at the moment, at least to deal with them. He could again go for the Flak 36. He could try and hold up for something like Panther Force Recruits for armored reserves, but I don't know what he's going to do here. Obviously, he's going to do any of those things. And there you go, water wrecking the anti-tank guns. Coming in with the Panther 3, supported by ample Panzerpioniere. He's actually attacked... What is he doing here? Do get the Flak 36 there for Kamfrenchie. Thumbs up to that. Gonna take a little while to get there. And of course, there's still the creeping barrel arch to contend with, but...
Our enemy has the upper hand. We have 300 points.
Let's see how he deals with that. Flak 36 right around the corner. Grants on the move here. Will it arrive in time? Meanwhile, Kamfrenchie's withdrawing. He's sensing the Grants moving up. Flak truck has arrived with a Flak 36. They're towing it. Grants are moving in here. The offensive is on the way. Panzer's flying away. They're getting a few shots in the Grant tanks here. Flamethrower Punny trying to deal with it. Panther falling back. Flak 36 set up there right at the base edge here. Grant, ace level flak for the 6 turning the gun here, and there go directly on the Grant tank. 88mm shell slams into it. Panzer's being pushed back here. Another great shot. Panzer's wiped out here. Kamfrenchie is in a quite terrible position here. Another great shot. Almost got the Grant tank there, but now it is Waters' turn to cut off Kamfrenchie's fuel.
Victory point under enemy control.
Really tough spot in to be now here for the Germans. A very tough spot indeed. Up north here, back moving for the northern munitions point.
All victory points are under enemy control.
96 to 272. Flank here as the Australians. Infantry and move flak filling southwards. Bike down. Infantry northwards. It's a really, really rough spot now for Kamfrenchie. And again, I would argue again, it's partly down to just like sticking around there at the earlier tiers than he needed to when he was so far ahead. And of course, to an extent, just not preparing for the Grants, I think, and reacting, I think, once he saw them well enough there. I think those are some issues that have further, I think, helped Water like make the most of those Grants. It's just Kamfrenchie's weak response to them once they finally came at him. 26 caught here, we got 96 to 221. I mean, Kamfrenchie still has some room to recover on this, obviously, but it's not a good deal. We got artillery beacon going off there, flare. Grant's flanking in here, flak filling caught. Flak 36 trying to deal with it, but there you go, flak filling down. Great shot from the flak 36. Veterans 1 gained. Australian troops being hit with heavy mortar fire. Grant moving up here, going perhaps for an attempted blind angle hit. There we go. Could try and pop the veteran's ability. Cream Barrage got in there. Kamfrenchie marking Grant's insane. They are incredibly good now after they got buffed. Honestly, I thought they were good before that, but that's another story. Mortar optics down. Creeping Barrage just utterly eradicating here Kamfrenchie's forces and recruiting the flak for the 6, adding insult to injury. And with that, Kamfrenchie, I think, is pretty much out of the war here. Is very much GG there. Kamfrenchie has more or less lost it all.
Better than nothing.
New recruits are here. 250, standing by. Medical vehicle.
GG. GG. But yeah. Strong early game there, but again, I feel like Kamfrenchie misread the situation. Feels like, you know, built on his advantage while he could have, which allowed Watts to rush straight for the Grants, but also they caused him to make good use of the maneuvers in the south, which Kamfrenchie again didn't respond quite well to. Again, he was, I think, too defensive, just too relaxed. And Watts used that's like he's gained some resource, he can actually push for the Grants. And then when this Grant hits, Kamfrenchie just kind of flailed about it there, which I think ultimately allowed Water to really, you know, make that comeback. So really well played the Water, came back from a bad situation, exploited his opponent's mistakes, and really make it happen. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment. This is Imperial Machine. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.